Hello and welcome to another ICD-11 video. I'm Dr. Islam Ibrahim, and in this video I want to introduce you to the two ICD-11 browsers. Every year new model cars are released by manufacturers for customers to buy. But to get that model year, a team of mechanics and engineers works all year round to improve, design, and build the model that will be released the following year. Similarly, in ICD-11 we have a blue browser, the WHO annual official release of ICD-11, as the global standard codes for mortality and morbidity statistics. Every year there is a new updated release. But the work done behind the scenes is done on a daily basis throughout the whole year. That work is done on the Orange browser, which is also known as the maintenance platform. So how often is each browser updated? Well, the current version of the Blue browser is the 2025 release. The last time any changes were made to the official release was in the previous release, which was last year, 2024. The Blue browser remains unchanged or stable throughout the year. The next time we'll see any changes on the Blue browser will be in the next 2026 release. Let's compare this to the Orange browser. Today's date is the 17th of January, and the last time the browser was updated, well, was only yesterday. The Orange browser is often updated every day, as work is in progress to prepare for the next annual official release. But why do we have two browsers? Well, they have different purposes. The Blue browser contains the valid ICD-11 codes officially released by the WHO for morbidity and mortality coding and reporting. These codes are the global standard codes used consistently across all countries to represent different conditions. The Orange browser is the maintenance platform that allows users to contribute to the updating and continuous improvement of ICD-11. Such input is submitted in the form of a proposal with a detailed rationale and peer-reviewed references. If accepted, proposals are implemented in the Orange browser daily, but will only be reflected in the Blue browser in the next annual official release. So, we use the codes in the Blue browser for coding and reporting, but not those on the Orange browser, because its content changes on an ongoing basis. The users of the Orange browser are the maintainers, contributors, and translators of the classification. How does the content of the Blue browser differ from that of the Orange browser? The content of the Orange browser includes any improvements affecting the categories on the Blue browser, such as added synonyms, abbreviations, corrected spelling mistakes, better post-coordination options, and so on. Let's see an example. In the Blue browser, which is the current official release, 2025, these are the terms indexed to glycine encephalopathy. But on the Orange browser today, there are more index terms under the same category. So if, for example, we search for NKH, the abbreviation, on the Blue browser, we won't find it, but we will find it next year in the 2026 release because it has been updated on the Orange browser. But why and how were these new index terms added on the Orange browser? Well, that's because there were 4 accepted proposals in 2025 pertaining to glycine encephalopathy. These were submitted and evaluated and accepted after the official 2025 update was released. What else can we do on each browser? From the Blue browser, you can access the Smart Coding tool, which is a simple automated tool used for coding. It's a flexible Google-like search engine which allows users to find and select categories by searching for diagnoses or any other medical terms found within the content of the ICD-11 Blue browser. You can also access so much more from the Info tab. For example, the Reference Guide, which includes information and guidance on context, components, and the intended use of ICD-11, as well as rules for mortality and morbidity coding. Mapping tables to convert data between ICD-10 and ICD-11, and much more. From the Blue browser, you can also access ICD-11 in different languages. What about the Orange browser? The Orange browser also comes with its own coding tool, a search engine which finds categories within the current content of the Orange browser. Obviously, the search results vary from day to day as the content of the browser itself is updated almost on a daily basis. The Proposals tab takes you to the Proposals platform, but that requires you to create an account and to log in. This enables you to suggest changes to ICD-11, as well as to view and comment on other people's proposals. If you want to know more about ICD-11 proposals, watch this video on the Kuwait Hufik YouTube channel. Let's move to the Info tab. The reference guide also undergoes updates throughout the year. The work-in-progress draft version of the reference guide can be found here. We can also access the Hufik Foundation. This is a huge database of all the clinical concepts that exist in the digital universe of the WHO family of international classifications, which include ICD-11. If you want to know more about the Foundation, watch this video on the Kuwait Hufik YouTube channel. So how can we reach the ICD-11 browsers? If you visit the ICD-11 homepage at icd.who.int, this link takes you to the blue browser. For the orange browser, click the Maintenance platform. From here, click the ICD-11 MMS to get to the orange browser. Now let's see what's in our cart before we check out. The blue browser gives you access to the annual official release of ICD-11 by the WHO, so the codes in the blue browser are valid for internationally consistent coding. The orange browser content changes on an ongoing basis, so it shouldn't be used for coding. The orange browser is used by maintainers, proposers, and translators of ICD-11. Accepted proposals are implemented on the orange browser on an ongoing basis. They will be reflected in the blue browser in the next annual official release. Thank you for watching and see you in our next video.